The Great Charter, a story of the Magna Carta. Alara loved the library, especially the Forgotten History section. One rainy afternoon, she dusted off a heavy book titled The Foundation of Freedom. Inside, a faded drawing showed a stern king and a dusty, rolled-up scroll. The scroll's Latin words caught her eye: Magna Carta. What is the Magna Carta? Alara wondered. It was a promise made long ago in 1215 in a muddy meadow in England. Back then, a powerful man named King John ruled the land. He believed he could do whatever he wanted because he was king. But King John was unfair. He demanded more and more gold from his subjects to pay for his wars. He imprisoned anyone who complained, and no one could challenge him. The rich lords, called barons, were tired of his arbitrary rule. Finally, the barons said, "Enough!" Led by Baron Hugh, they marched to King John. They didn't want to overthrow him, but they demanded he sign a charter, a written agreement that would put limits on his power. This tense meeting took place at Runnymede by the River Thames. Reluctantly, on June 15, 1215, King John put his royal seal on the Great Charter, the Magna Carta. The most important idea in that document was simple: no one is above the law, not even the king. What did the Magna Carta promise? First, it promised that the king could not demand new taxes or aids without consulting the people first. A council of barons would have to give their consent. This small start would eventually grow into parliaments and democracy. Second, and perhaps the most famous part, was Clause 39. It declared that no free person could be arrested or locked away except, quote, by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land. This was the very beginning of the right to a fair trial. King John did not like keeping his promises. Soon after signing, he tried to ignore the charter and take back his absolute power. But the idea, the power of a written law, was too strong. It was copied, spread, and reissued by future kings. Over the centuries, the Magna Carta traveled across the world. It inspired new laws and constitutions in other countries. The principles of the rule of law and the right to a fair trial were carried forward to the American Constitution and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Alara closed the book, running her finger over the title. The Magna Carta wasn't just old history. It was the ancient, dusty seed from which modern freedom grew. It taught her that written rules protect everyone, reminding rulers that even the most powerful must bow to the law.